What's up guys, it's Spiderwolf back for another JJKPhantomparade video. So today we're going to be talking about all the new stuff that's going to be coming out later tonight. And then, you know, not really anything new, but we're going to be talking about anyways. But before we get started, I would really appreciate if you drop a like, comment, subscribe. It will really help me out. Trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Only takes 2 clicks and nice free after. But with that being said, let's get into this. So we have this 24-hour limited Gssr guaranteed gacha. So this will be available for everybody in the game. You don't have to spend a single dime for this. What you do have to do is make sure you log into the game every single day of these dates to use this. So basically the first one will be June 6th, which should be later today or like Friday basically. The next one will basically that goes from Friday all the way until like Sunday basically. So 3 days you gotta log in and you get a chance to get a free Gssr guaranteed with a basically character or recollection bit. We will look in game as well to find any more details because they did mention that they did mention this line: 10 draw grants you at least 1 target Gssr recollection bits or character. So I'm going to assume that either means that they're talking about one of these rate-up things will be guaranteed, like characters or recollection bit, or you can actually choose what you want and you have a chance of getting one of those, like a couple different things that you have chosen. We also have this other one here, which is a paid one, which is a lot better, but the problem is that it is paid. And basically, as it says here, in this gacha, one of the 3 Gssr characters best selected by the player is guaranteed to appear. So you get, you know, basically pay like, I think like enough for 110 roll, and you have a chance to get any 3 of these from any color, which of course they have the more recent characters, because that's kind of how they usually do with the paid banners in this game, which is a little annoying. They do also have something very similar, or very similar actually, for recollection bits. So in this one, 3 recollection bits, 3 Gssr recollection bits you can choose, and then one of them will show up guaranteed. So basically just another Gssr here. We also have a new event here. This event is also going to be coming out, where you do get 1,500 cubes. So, you know, not a full multi, but still pretty good, right? You get some other decent rewards from this too. So that's pretty cool. We also have another Imaginary Realm battle with Gojo this time, which should probably, yeah, looks like we're going to be getting a free 1004 rated up banner, which there is actually one, if I remember correctly, that is going to be coming out. So that's pretty cool. And then here's basically what we're getting on the wiki, what we're getting. So we're getting the stuff from January, which is this right here. We should be also getting 3,000 cubes as well. Because if we go back to here, yeah, 3,000 cubes, and then this recollection here that's login, which is actually this one right here. So we're going to be getting this New Year's recollection, so that's pretty cool. There'll be a login, so you know, over the next couple days, we'll be able to max it out. And then yeah, there's going to be this new Phantomparade featured gacha banner as well. All right, so here we go. So yeah, this is basically the featured banner we will be getting. So this will be like the banner you saw paid cubes or free-to-play cubes on. So there's going to be actually 3 characters rated up on this. So Blue Nanami, Blue Toge, or Blue Niwa. Of course, out of all these, the best one is, of course, Toge. You know, he's really the best one picking this. Niwa, that's the special, but she's kind of whatever. She's like a tank, or originally what she was a tank, right, in terms of this. And then Blue Toge is an S tier. He's a really good blue DPS. Of course, you guys go Sakana, don't really need him, right? But regardless, he's still a pretty good character. And then we also have a Blue Nanami, which is not too crazy, but you know, at the time when he wasn't too bad. I think they did change it up because I think originally, oh never mind, I thought it was only the first. Okay, yeah, so this is the banner of this game. Yeah, so we're getting all of this stuff here. We're getting all of January 7th and January 14th as well. And then most likely next week we should be seeing all of this here. So we should be seeing SP Hidden Potential Unleashed Patch 1. So this should be coming out next week. We should be seeing the prelude towards Shibuya with his recollection here. And we should be seeing Miwa as well. So all of this should be coming out next week. So Miwa should be next week. There's new Miwa. And then the week after, so in 2 weeks, we should be seeing our boy Mecha Maru here, who's actually a pretty good character. If you look at this really quick, he's actually a double S tier character. So green DPS, so there's actually another green DPS character. And if I'm right about this, which I should be, in about 2 weeks we should be getting this new Mecha Maru here, which is really good. But let's quickly look in game to see all the, you know, a little bit more details of what's coming up. All right, so I did go in game now, so just to quickly, you know, available information here. So it does mention you're guaranteed at least 1 target Gssr recollection bit or character. Now, sadly, it's not that great. It's not that bad, but it's not that great either. So when they say target, if we go down, all of these are considered target Gssr characters and recollection bits. So yeah, so you can't choose anything. It's basically just the guaranteed Gssr banner, but it's like very random. And there's still some pretty good options in here. Like Hollow Purple Gojo is in here, the green one. We have Red Nobara in here. We have Red Itadori if you're looking at him. We do have incomplete domain expansion Megami is included. So there's like a couple of good characters here and there. Momo's included as well, the blue one. But it doesn't really go that far in terms of like newer characters, sadly. Like there's no green Maki here, there's no blue Toge. There's no green Maki, which is kind of weird, but oh well, I guess. So sadly, like a lot of the other really good characters are not included, but there's still some decent pickups. So like out of the best case scenarios from the banner and characters, or if you don't have them, or just generally from this list here, I'd say Purple Hole Gojo would be pretty good if you guys got him. He's really good. Another good character would be Red Nobara. She's not too bad. Momo's not too bad either. Still have a bit of good support from the blue team and just in general. And then I guess the Red Dory wouldn't be too bad either, or the green one is really bad. But he's just there in tank, so there's that. But yeah, kind of disappointing a little bit, but I mean it's still good. I think it's probably the same thing as JP anyways, so not too surprising there. But yeah, kind of sucks a little bit, but it is what it is. And then of course Recollection that's here. The best ones probably be like non-standard or family time or adult time. I mean, and then the other one is like for physical attacks. I forget what it's called. The one with like Maki fighting against the economy. That was also pretty good too. Which does kind of make sense though. Like if we go back to the Twitter here, it does kind of make sense as to like why. It's basically like these right here. So it makes sense that like why they were showing these as like incentivize people to like log in or whatever, because like these are probably like more aligned the main highlights. Besides Purple Hole Gojo from here, and then these are like the more recent recollection things you can get that are available on the center that are actually pretty useful. So it does make sense why they do go with this kind of image here, because these are like the more recent like cool characters that are on the banner that you might get or recollection. So that's that. So it kind of sucks a little bit, but it's still worth it, because you're at least getting 2 months of side character, and you might really get lucky. You might get something new that's really good, like Purple Hole Gojo or one of these really good recollections. So yeah, honestly, not the worst thing in the world, but it would be nice if it was a little bit better. But yeah, of course, we're also having this other banner here with Toge, Anonymous, and then also Miwa. So all 3 of these characters will have a rate boost. If you're interested in this, there you go. We should be getting a free multi or channel from this from the Jogo Imaginary Realm battle. There should be 1 free channel from that for this banner, so everybody should have a chance to get a free channel on this. So you guys might get lucky. You might get this blue Toge. You might get lucky or get. I mean, to be honest, out of this list, Toge's the only one to be picking up. And then this recollection's okay, I guess. But yeah, probably the only good thing from this banner is probably just blue Toge's can get a little bit. So some of these, get really lucky. Might get this brand new blue Toge who's actually a really good blue DPS. Pick up out with the Sukana team. Give me another blue character for that. Great, he's more of a DPS character. Right? Of course, the free 3,000 cubes, the free new recollection for the New Year's thing. It's not really New Year's for us anymore, right? And then of course here's like the information for the paid version, right? The Gssr, where you can pick basically 3 for each type of the elements or whatever the colors, and you have a chance of getting one of those 30 from those lists, which have of course the more recent characters, right? Like Yellow Yaga, Green Maki, Blue Toge. Like these are though to be fair, out of this list, the green and the yellow a little bit more better than the red, because red's a little bit outdated. I mean, at the same time, there's not that many good red DPS besides like Red Maki, right? Or if you guys got like Toji or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really want to talk about with you guys. If you guys were wondering though, I guess I should probably talk about this, right? Which of these characters are more worth picking up from each of these colors? I can go over that real quick. Let me just see if I can find something better to like talk about this with. Yeah, alright, so I decided to use the wiki here because I think this will be better to go by one by one. Alright guys, I'm re-recording this because I made a bit of a mistake. There's actually limited characters included in this. Not all the limited characters, but there's some included in this. So I'm gonna be redoing this whole thing real quick. So we're gonna have, go one by one on this again. It'll be more of an issue for me than for you. But anyways, let's get into this. So my new information for the red tier here, I would highly recommend picking up Toji, because Toji is actually available to pick from this. So 100% pick up Toji. select him. Very worth, very worth picking up. As for the last two characters, could go for Mai and Nabara. I would probably go for them. Itadori's like below them, I'd say personally, on the DPS for red characters. I mean, Itadori's here. Nabara with her buffs is up here, Mai is somewhere around here. So yeah, Mai is another really good character. Low-key, it might be better to go for Mai, but at the same time, right, you get two more options, so might as well pick both of them, right? So yeah, for the red tier, or the red characters here, highly recommend Toji #1, and then probably Mai and Nabara, and then you don't really need to pick up anybody else at that point. Now for blue, we have a couple different options, right? So now, let's see, I think blue should not change that much, right? Yeah, blue should let me just double check, but I'm pretty sure blue shouldn't change that much. Yeah, blue shouldn't change that much from what I initially said. So basically for blue, probably want to go for Toge here. Probably want to go for Blue Momo, and then the last one could be like a dupe for Blue Gojo, or if you want to get like Nanami, not too bad, or Itadori if you guys are missing them. Or, like I just said, you could just go for another dupe for Blue Gojo. But definitely Toge here, and Momo is pretty good. As for this one though, basically everybody before Miguel here should be able to be picking up, besides Jogo because he's free to play from the shop, and then Geto because he's a movie collab character, so he's not included. And then for the red ones, basically everybody before the main Gojo on this one. Now for green, basically everybody, everybody before this green Miwa here. Now you can actually select this Geto here, this hidden inventory Geto. So I would probably say for this one, there's a lot more options that are really good here. So I'd say Megumi's #1 because he's a really good green DPS character. Then from there, you could go for Geto. He's not too bad. He's pretty cool, and he's a more of a limited character. Granted, he'll be added to the standard banner in about 6 months, so give or take, you can do with that with what you want. Whether you want him now, or potentially chance to get him, sooner, or just waiting that longer game of maybe getting him later from a standard banner or something. So, but he's not a bad option either, I'd say. So you can pick up him. And then the last couple options, you have a lot, you have a lot more. You can pick up Purple Gojo if it's your first time. When I say pick him up, I mean select, right, as an option to potentially get him. But yeah, Purple Gojo wouldn't be that bad of an option. Sakura no wouldn't be too bad. She's good for higher tower floors, so she's going to help you out with that. So she wouldn't be a bad option either. And then Maki and Nobara are about the same as a green DPS character, so you can pick either one you want, whichever one you prefer. And then you probably wouldn't really care about picking anybody else, like Panda, whatever. Our boy Mahito here, we can't even select them. Nanami, not too bad with the buffs, but at the same time, clearly better options, right? And then, the green story here is also really good. He gets his buffs, but kind of the same thing where probably want to get some of these other characters instead, in my opinion. But in terms of me, what I would pick if I could choose, probably be Megumi, Geto, and then probably Maki because I like Maki, to be honest. Even though I don't have Psycho Commander. And of course, Beach for Purple Gojo is really, really good too. But I kind of really get new characters personally. Now for yellow should be basically everybody before Kaito here. So our boy, Yag is included, hidden inventory Gojo is included, and then everybody else is included. So from this, I think this one's a lot easier in my opinion. Probably would just go for Yaga, hidden inventory Gojo, and Megumi, and that's probably all I would choose, to be honest. Like, these three are the best ones out of this entire list. I mean, Junpei's pretty good for some tower floors, and then Nekomaru's not too bad, and then, Nabara's not too bad as a yellow DPS, and then something with, like, Nanami here, but, like, why would I pick that one? I can choose, like, Gojo, really, really good DPS character, Yaga, really, really good buffer, and then Megumi, another really good debuffer, so, just two really good supporters, basically, right? So, that is what I would personally recommend to these two. So, out of the main colors here, I think the hardest one is probably green, and then the easiest one to choose is probably between red. Actually, maybe even yellow, because yellow's just a straight up 3 characters here. Like the other ones, you probably would not care that much about. Yeah, I think yellow's probably the easiest one to select. But yeah, and then recollection minutes. There's like a whole bunch of other ones you can select, right? Like a bunch of different options. That one is probably just that one's honestly just up to you guys, like what you guys probably want to go for. We can take a quick look at it though, just to see what you guys maybe want to grab. But like if we just go to the tier list here for like recollection, it's probably be easier to tell like which ones you want to go for. Just go for the ones that are the higher tier that you're missing. So if movie collab or not movie collab, if the limited time the hidden inventory collectors are included, that means their recollection should also probably be should probably be included. However, most of their recollection bits are kind of whatever, like they're not that crazy, like you don't really need them. But if you get them, it's not that bad, right? I think this one is from Gojo's, the Hidden Inventory Gojo's banner. I think, let me just double check, but I think this one's from his. Yeah, so this one was included from that Hidden Inventory collab. So yeah, that one's not a bad option to pick up for recollection bits. Mind you, this is specifically going over the other banner, because there's a recollection bit banner, and then there's a character one, right? So this is about, so we just covered the one for characters, now we're going to be covering the one for recollection bits. There's a lot of good options here, actually. And of course, you probably want to pick only the number one best ones, right? So we go back to the tier list here. Probably want to pick up this one, this Tokyo Fukio Exchange is another good one here. Totally butchered that name completely, sorry about that. This was another really good one, basically buffs your physical stats, physical damage by 75 minimum, and then up to maximum 25 to get more groups into it. That one you highly recommend. I would recommend this other one for now, Akola. This one's also another limited one that I would recommend. This one, Megumi and his dogs, is another bad option as well. This one's for Green Megumi, if I remember correctly. I think it is. Yeah, pretty sure it should be for him. That one might not be a bad option either. And then, of course, non-standard, another really good option. The one with Maki here and Hanami, another good option. Gold time is really, really good. So yeah, plenty of good options here. I would just say whatever is the ones from the top of this tier list, specifically from S, preferably SS rank, is what I would recommend for you guys to pick up. Is mainly these. Now you could go for some support ones, like some support ones aren't too bad of an option. However, from these support ones, the only ones I would personally recommend would probably be, I don't know if this one's good. Let's see, this one just increases your damage taken. Okay. Yeah, I would recommend, honestly, just the offensive ones. These three are probably the only ones I would recommend. Granted, you can only pick up the first two, but yeah, I would only recommend the first three here because the offensive ones are usually the ones that are used the most. From what I've seen, like I rarely see people use the defensive ones. Though some of the utility ones aren't that bad, like this one right here with Gojo. Respite for adults. This one's not too bad either. Basically, you do get a damage boost after like 3 or 4 turns, and then it does give some healing, so it's not too bad. You have one that gives you more curse energy. Then you have this other one here, Unity from top to bottom. This one's actually pretty good too, because this one basically helps you with giving ultimate gauge to everybody on your team. And then this other one here that just happened with the Mace Mention Gojo, but I don't know if that one's selectable, but that one's a really good option too. But yeah, I hope it helps you guys out. I'm gonna go ahead and get this video edited for you guys and then uploaded, because it is already 5 in the morning, almost 6 in the morning, and I want to go to bed. So I hope that helps you guys out. I'm gonna see all you guys later. Good luck with you guys summons, whether you're summoning on the paid Gssr banner here, whichever one, and as well for the free to play banner as well. So hopefully you guys get what you need. And yeah, with that being said, I'll probably see you guys for the next video with maybe seeing what my pool are, or maybe covering any events. But yeah, that being said though, I'm heading out. Peace and take care, everybody.